Hi there, this is Ian, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about the benefits of taking an online course, online TEFL course. So you have the choice of taking one in class, in a classroom, or partly in a classroom, or fully online. There's, pros and cons to both of them, and no two courses are the same. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of taking an online course. I can't say that every online course is going to be like that, okay? And nor it depends on the course, right? No two classroom-based courses are going to be the same, and no two online courses are going to be the same. So keep that in mind when you're listening on. Okay, number one is frequency. So the number one benefit of taking a course, TEFL course online, is frequency, is that you can work on it as much as you want, and it's not timed. If you take a classroom-based course, it's going to be for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then it's over and it's done. And it's, you might get some books or something to take with you, like I did, but that's it. If you take an online course, you can work on it when you want and how you want. You can review it, and that's a key thing to learning anything. Is there has to be repetition. Okay, you have to review it, and so if you take it online, you can go back and work on it after you've already started. So I would recommend to take a course before you start teaching. And then again, when you are teaching, and then go back to it and review it, as you need. I'm having some problems with these kids, so I'm going to go back and look at the classroom management section again and go over that again. What do I need to learn? Stuff like that. And so you get repetition and review. And like I said, you take a classroom-based course, there's a time limit. Now, all online courses aren't like that. Some have a limit that you really don't have access to the course. Maybe you'll only have access to the course for, say, a couple months, or maybe 6 months, or something like that. It depends on the course, so you have to check that out. Okay, number two, effort. Not that you don't have to make an effort in an in-class course if you take a classroom-based course. This is based on my experience. The classroom-based course that I took, there was a lot of lecturing involved, and most of that just went in this year and out that one. So if you're taking an online course, I imagine there can be some passive parts of it too, but it's more interactive, at least the one that I'm familiar with, I'll tell you about later. You have to make an effort. You can't just sit there and do nothing, You have to, usually it's answering questions, doing assignments, all that. So, and again, no two courses are the same. I'm not saying classroom-based courses are no good for that reason. It's just depends on the course. And I'm just sharing my experience. Number three, convenience. I kind of touched on it a little bit before. With an online course, you can take it anytime from anywhere. If you take a classroom-based course, you've got to find a place to go and take it. And with an online course, you can take it anywhere. You can usually start it at any time, and work on it any time of the day, wherever. You want to start one right now, you can start one right now. Number four, expense. They're cheaper. If you take an online course, it's going to be cheaper than if you take an in-class course. Of course, it depends on the course. I was actually looking at Celta courses the other day. Price, actually, their online course was more expensive than, or this one provider's online course was more expensive than the classroom-based course, which was like almost $3,000. So the other thing I just thought about was another benefit. Number five would be that they're greener. You're not going to get like since you can take it online, you're not going to spend money on gasoline or to get to the course or food, or maybe lodging, and then all the materials that you get from the course, like books and stuff like that. Okay, trees aren't getting chopped down. It's better for the environment, right? So I remember the course I took, I got a lot of big stacks of books, and to be honest, I almost never used them. They just got thrown out, and it's a waste, you know. I found myself going online to look for answers, not in the books. Depends on you, I guess. So last thing I could talk about is concern like some of our online courses accepted. I'd say in my experience teaching in Asia, most of the time, majority of time, online courses are going to be accepted. The only case, maybe in parts of Europe, teaching in parts of Europe or some schools in the Middle East, maybe not. But you got to think the kinds of people who aren't going to accept. I might have mentioned this in another video before, but I'll say it again. The kinds of schools that would reject an online TEFL course are going to be the schools that, these are high-end schools, and they're going to have preferences for teachers with experience. So if you're applying, you have 0 experience, and you have an online course, if you got certified from an online course, or even if you got certified from a classroom-based course, you're probably not going to get a job because you don't have experience. And even though that course will help you, it's going to improve your resume, it's just for these high-end schools, they're looking at teachers who have experience, or maybe even have master's degrees or teaching licenses, stuff like that, you know. So it really doesn't matter for the most part. It's not going to make a difference. So for the most part in Asia, I'd say schools are accepted. And you know, I got a review on my site from a woman who took the course. This is an online course, and she applied to a job in Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, usually has, you know, higher qualifications. She said in the job ad that that the school said that they wanted her to have an in-class TEFL, but she didn't. But she took ESLinsider's course, and she still got a job. They said it was okay. And so anyways, there you have it. I just told you some benefits to taking an online TEFL course, and have a good one.